You're listening to Let's Talk Sports podcast with me, Lucia. NFL, NBA news, and more coming to you right now. Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk Sports podcast with me, Lucia. I know I've been away for a couple of weeks, a lot of things have happened in my personal life. I've got a new job, I've been sick, had a little bit of mental health issues, and just been overall really tired and lethargic, so I haven't been able to give you my full energy into doing this podcast. But now I've worked out a good timetable of when I can record, what I can do, all that type of stuff. So now I'm going to give you a new podcast for the week. So in the rundown, we've got my Super Bowl 56 review, which is finally going to happen. We've got last week's storylines, this week in sports history and news. I'm not doing NBA games of the week because just the entirety of the schedule is just up in limbo at the moment. I will be giving games next week. So my Super Bowl 56 review. The game was kind of boring. The Bengals were robbed by the refs, and the refs need to start to get fined. That's my thoughts. Or they need to become full-time employees. One of the two. For 3.5 quarters, we did not know that the refs were there, and it was so good. It was so good. The halftime show was awesome, and it was definitely an ode to LA and hip-hop culture, and I loved it. And congrats, Rams. Last week's storylines. Tom Brady is coming out of retirement. Yes! I'm so excited to have him out of retirement. I'm so excited for him to be playing his 23rd season with the Bucks. I'm so excited. And I think that this is going to lead to another Super Bowl, an MVP, and I think it's going to win the triple this year. He's going to win MVP, the Super Bowl, and Super Bowl MVP. Hopefully. Aaron Rodgers is staying with the Green Bay Packers, which is a surprise to absolutely nobody because the Green Bay is probably the only team that would want to deal with him. Russell Wilson is going to Denver. This is one that I did not see coming. I genuinely thought that Russ is going to stay another year in Seattle and then come to New York. That was what I was thinking. Desean Watson is going to the Browns, which, holy crap. I've seen a lot of Browns fans. Sorry, I'm still coming off this sickness, so my voice is going to sound really weird. I've got nasal issues. It's all good. So, Desean Watson. I've seen a lot of Browns fans just have mixed opinions of this. And it's funny because so do I. If I was a Browns fan, I don't know how I would feel about having somebody with 22 sexual misconduct lawsuits out there. Although they couldn't find anything for him to criminally be charged with, although that doesn't mean anything, he pled the fifth to everything, which is well within his rights to plead the fifth. But usually when you plead the fifth, you know you're guilty. So yeah, it's really odd. And for a league that has had so much negativity surrounded with them and the way that women are treated, the fact that Desean Watson can still play and is getting $230 million guaranteed, it's quite shocking, actually. It really is. It's really shocking to see Desean Watson be traded to the Browns. And if I was a female Browns fan, I would be upset. Don't get me wrong, I'd be upset. I'd be like, what the hell? What the hell, Browns? But then, he was never criminally charged. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, from my point of view, it's a very weird one. Very weird one. Packers lose Devontae Adams to the Raiders in a shocking turn of events, Davante Adams gets traded to the Las Vegas Raiders so that Davante can be reunited with his college roommate and college quarterback and best friend, Derek Carr. The Packers need all the wide receivers in the draft. Every single wide receiver that's in the draft needs to go to the Packers. Yeah, it's really weird. Really weird. Davante Adams traded to the Raiders. This offseason has been incredible, and just like I've been having to hold on to my chair. I've been having to like hold on the entire time because this offseason has just been wild. And then another wild move, Carson Wentz has been traded to the Commanders, and Kyler Murray is staying with the Cardinals. Yeah, it's a strange feeling. This whole offseason has just been weird. It's been weird and exciting, and I don't know how to feel about it. But we're still going on. In some NBA news, the Lakers look lost. I will no longer be covering the Lakers. I know I said that before, but this is true. I'll be no longer covering the Lakers. Congrats to LeBron on becoming the second all-time regular season scorer. Doesn't matter because we are losing. DeMar DeRozan is quietly having an MVP season and should be considered in the MVP race. Ben Simmons got booed when he returned to Philly. The timetable for his return is still not really, like, we don't know when he's going to return. Which must mean that the back injury was really serious. And the MLB lockout is over, which is cool for the baseball fans. I don't know how many there are that listen to this, but that's what's cool. It's cool it's over. This week in sports history, in 1994, Wayne Gretzky ties Gordie Howe's NHL record of 801 goals. The crazy thing about Wayne Gretzky is his GOAT status doesn't get brought up as much as it should. Like, we should all, instead of holding Jordan and Brady, we should be holding it to Gretzky. If Gretzky was playing in any other sport but hockey, he would be considered one of the best. He'd be like the one that everybody is trying to look up to. But yeah, because it's hockey, it's crazy that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. Anyway, that's just my thoughts and feelings and opinions about it, but everybody else has their own. In some news now, we're up to the last segment of this show. In some news, free agency continues. Follow me on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is... It is Real Lucia Dalbon. So follow me there. I will be retweeting all the news, and I'll be retweeting all the news, and yeah, giving my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on them. So yeah, Jimmy G has had shoulder surgery and still wants a trade. The Vikings have extended QB Kirk Cousins. He has managed to, in his career, get $208 guaranteed $1 million for a mediocre quarterback. Congratulations, Cousins. You've done really well. Cowboys trade Amari Cooper to the Browns. So we're going to have a Browns Watson. So we're going to have a Watson to Cooper at the Browns. The Falcons have restructured quarterback Matt Ryan's contract, and they actually extended his roster bonus to Tuesday because they thought they were going to get Desean Watson, but now they're not, and Matt Ryan is going to get a hell of a lot more money. LeBron is the only member of the 30-10-10 club, which, congratulations, again, stat padding in a losing season. It doesn't really matter. Bucks Lopez expected to return to the court. Kevin Durant is still doing Kevin Durant things. And Alex Caruso returns to the Bulls after a nasty injury. So that is all for this week's episode of Let's Talk Sports podcast. So I'll catch you all next week. Bye.